So once we've completed the first part with the virtual assistant from part 1, we end up here. Now, don't be alarmed, this is a test platform and we've already entered quite a lot of information. In your case, the calendar will appear empty since you haven't entered the rest of your information yet. So how do we proceed? The next steps that we recommend are finish completing the styles and levels. Why? Because this information is essential so that you can later come to this tab here and create classes with these buttons here. So where do we find styles and levels? We go to the configuration option, and on the left hand side you'll find styles and levels. It's as simple as going into styles. So in part 1 we previously created ballet, which you can see here, and we've added many others since then. You would continue adding them depending on the needs of your school or academy. For now, I'm going to create another one. Let's create hip hop. So you can see here that this code is automatically generated, but you can modify it if you like. And just like in the assistant, we can add a level here. If none of these apply and you want to create a new one, you can just click on one of them, add that, and then in the levels tab we would search for the style that we've just created, hip hop, and you can modify this here. So for example, we don't want this level to be called single level, we want it to be level 1. We can save that. And if you wanted to create a second level, we would put level 2 and click add. And that's it. It's that easy. So once we have all of the styles and levels, we can go to the classes tab and create them. For this, you have a video on our YouTube channel where we explain step by step how to create a class. You'll see that it's very easy. So what else do we recommend doing when starting with the platform? Adding some students. So as we mentioned in the demo, we recommend that you try to enter real data, because if you later decide to stay with us, you can carry on with this same platform. If you decide to not stay with us, it would just be a case of us deleting it. So you can add a new student from this button here. You can also add a new relative, lead, teacher. So we recommend that you create at least 6 to 8 students so you can practice later by placing them in classes, creating payments, etc. Another interesting thing that would be wise to do during your first contact with the platform is to go back to the configuration menu and review as many of these options as you can, as they will allow you to customize the platform. For example, in students, you can decide what you would like to see when you create their profile. So we want to be able to add their ID number or passport number. We want to be able to add their date of birth and postal address. We can add these here so that they will appear later. Where, if we go back to the students, it will appear here. So you can see that you have the option to enter a ID number, date of birth, and postal address. If you don't want these options, then you can simply deactivate them from the configuration menu. So do the same with all of the options. Some have more or less options for you to choose from. For example, in employees, in the staff, it's about what permissions you want to give them, such as whether they can view contact information or not, edit class information or not, and the same goes for all of the other options. Some things are better to wait until you have your meeting with our support team to do, like maybe the membership types, because that way we can see which options work best for you.